Hey everybody, it's Mark from the Crystal Chronicles, your Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. We come to you live on Twitch every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tonight, Thursday, the 2nd of December, will be episode 177, and we're going to be talking about this guy, Shadow LD, and these are my Shadow LD polls. So take a moment, like, sub, ring the bell for notifications. If you want to become a member, you can do that for 99 cents. Get some emotes and chats. Always shout out to our members. Thank you for your support. Do check us out tonight on Twitch and YouTube, live streaming 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for episode 177. But Shadow's one of my favorites, but going tickets because I got a bunch and not really looking forward to anything in the next couple months. So I'm going to be using tickets for the rest of this month and see how we go. So this could bite me in the butt because if I don't get him on tickets, I will go to gems. And I don't have a cap. I'm just going to keep going till I can. So, Shadow, he's a damage dealer. Free turns, consecutive turns, follow-up attacks with Interceptor. Yeah, he can evade. Now, he does have a lock on his Brave Plus, but you can bring lock calls as well. 100% evade with his AA. You can get multiple consecutive turns of his AA if you manage it well with his free turn, free abilities. Probably not running out of steam if you support him correctly, but every time you do tick down his LD buff. So I got to play him smart and surround him with people that are going to enable him to do great damage. I'm going to be blue in my Shadow. I don't necessarily suggest you do the same depending on your damage dealers. If you got Jet BT Plus, or if you're looking for Machina coming up here next month, then you can probably live without Shadow. But I think having a handful of extra damage dealers, LD damage dealers especially, not a bad idea. Oh, there's Aerith LD. I already have it. I already have everything on the banner except for the LD for Shadow. Let me know how you pulled, if you pulled. I think this month, again, there's a lot of great characters, but here in the next couple months, unless we get some GL first time travelers, etc., I'm not super pumped about most of the characters coming in what we will be calling garbage time. So we need some shakeups, Squex, some Equinox type events, some Abyss, some other kind of things that are going to really help shake it up. So I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to letting you know how you did on your polls. Hey, there it is. There it is. Nice. That's pretty good. Let me lock that bad boy and let's see what the damage was. 679. I think we started at 789, so 110 tickets. Well, let's go straight into the fight. You see I got my blue Shadow. I'm bringing Jet and Bart, and we're going to blow this up. Jet is BT+. And on Shadow, I'm bringing Zack's Call. I think Zack's Call is one of the better calls. Both of his skill 1 and his LD will do 4 turns of lock on all enemies. So that will really help on this particular fight, because Shadow only has single target lock on that throw plus that you just saw being active. So not necessarily do you want to use that if you have to, but if you're going against 3 enemies like this, you want them all locked on Shadow, and you want his evasion up to 100%. His normal evasion is 70%, and you can buff it up with Shiva Ramu, but then with that little AA, it does very well. Now remember, if you do that in the midst of the consecutive turn, free actions, it will run off. It's only a 3 turn, so you need to kind of do it at the end of his cycle so that you have 2 turns of it. Or else it will not be good, and you don't want to try to give him turns. But you need to evade an attack to tick up the orb, so that is definitely something that is worthwhile. Jet's just going to kind of be playing it by ear. You see the damage is melting away on the middle orb. You're going to want to focus on the middle orb, and so if you do one of the other orbs first, kill one or both of the other orbs first, the attack or defense node, it will not be used. So focus on the central processing units, and yeah, Bart's will pop his AA. I'll probably end up bringing in Clouded Darkness for Bart's, just because I want Shadow's AA, but we'll see. I might bring in Cloud of Darkness for Shadow. Given that Shadow is an LD only damage dealer, you might often find you're bringing your friend in. See, 100% evasion. Woohoo! Bringing your friend in, he's going to counter that. The orb ticks up. There we go. Now I got my free turns, consecutive turns, because my LD buff is up to 3 stacks. Now it's going to go down. I'm going to get the free evasion. Then I'm going to do another couple attacks just to have it up. Shadow Fang, make sure you keep your interceptor buff up. It is 6 turns, so it's not terrible, but you do need to manage it effectively. I don't know what orb I just lost there. Yeah, these guys do have some nasty debuffs, but with synergy, we're going to power through them without much of an issue. I do have Kate Sith Call, so can try to get some of those off, but I don't think it will. I think I'll just just take some of my other buffs off. I might do that later. And that's okay. See, Mr. Jet is doing some fun big damage. And at this point, yeah, we'll see. I don't think Kate Sith doesn't cleanse, unfortunately. But may help others. Yeah, just that didn't help at all. That didn't help at all. That wasn't helpful. Why did I do that? But yeah, let me know what you used. I think this was a pretty open fight. Use my words correctly. Fairly flexible in terms of the arrangements. Of course, you can Rainsmow this fight, I believe, fairly easily. I think this is what might be a little bit of a soft pill before Dimensions and Entropy Tier 6, which we will talk about in completion tonight on episode 177 of the Crystal Chronicles, recorded at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on December 2nd. Available on Twitch Video On Demand, YouTube, or your favorite podcast apps after the fact. But we will be live on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. That's been a lot of fun. So whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, it's always nice to be live with us if you can make that possible. But I do enjoy you if you watch it on YouTube later or on your favorite podcast app. Yeah, just make sure you give it a like and sub to us and ring the bell for notifications so you know that when we are live and when we have a new video like this video. So yeah, Shadow jumps turns real good. So I don't want to jump turns because I want him to eat all of these attacks. And yeah. Breaks. Nothing. Breaks. Breaks. And now it's going to take a big attack. Nothing. And more breaks. Now the defense node. Yeah, I think C is the defense node. Is going to be healing every other turn, I believe. So watch out for that. Again, I think it's best just to play through it. Because if you kill it first, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So yeah, just kind of play through it. Try not to give them too many turns in a row so they're not healing too much. They are also regaining Brave, I think. I don't think that's an HP regen buff. I think that's a Brave buff. So you could bring Dispels if you wanted to deal with that. But I was just going to power through it. I don't know normally that you're going to use your free abilities for AA, but I thought in this fight it was the safe move just to make sure that the orb is not an issue throughout the entire fight, and so that Shadow would always be evading. You see my locks are disappearing, so next time Shadow is coming up, he is going to need to lock the enemies as well. But I will be fine because the attack node, all attack, is just Brave. So I'm not too worried about missing that, especially with the Brave refund that Jecht gets and also the Brave that Bartz has. So that's should not be a problem. Shout out to Ryan is the Bomb 203 on YouTube. Check out Ryan for this Endwalker music, or not. This is Stormblood Dragon Song, excuse me, and this Final Fantasy XIV music that you're going to be listening to for the rest of the fight. So enjoy that and check all those out on Ryan's YouTube page. Ryan is the Bomb 203 Love his music and his takes on this. So definitely going to need to use Zach here. Just need to make sure that I am there, and also keep my debuff up. So you see it's already missing, or it's already going, so I can use set evasion again. You do get 3 uses of it, but you don't want to use that final one in case you want that extra. So you can use 2 safely and then try to use your free abilities to do it. So Zach LD, that resets the locks for 4 turns. I think right now, and I may be wrong, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I think this is probably the best lock, 8 turns of lock with Zach Call, LD, and regular base call. I don't think anybody beats that currently. There may be somebody tied for that, but I don't think anybody beats 8 at the moment. That may change in the future. I've not looked up at the future tanks. I mean, Zach is going to be getting his BT plus, of course, and then Snow is, I think Snow has lock, so I don't know what Snow, his LD call ability is going to look like, or if he starts with lock on the party. So, and there's probably some C90 calls as well. That may make it a little bit, but yeah, solid damage from Shadow all around. Solid damage. Now we still got, there you go. So you see the orb is just capped out most of the fight, which is nice. But yeah, we still have our summon, we still have BT phase, we still have Cloud of Darkness in the rings here. You can just delay these guys forever if you really want to, as long as you mitigate the orb without them needing to attack, which I think there's 2 different ways. You have to attack with a defense ignore, so you see every time Shadow attacks, normally it's taking up the orb or keeping the orb at regular, so there are a couple ways to do it. You don't need to use the evade strategy, but I think it's just a little safer. Little safer. Yeah, there we go. Pop some stuff. Oh, I just lost a buff. I just lost a buff. I don't know which buff. Which buff did I lose? It's a good question. I think I got the... Yeah, that was the EX buff that I lost. Pretty good damage. Obviously, it's blue armor, obviously synergy, but yeah, no, for right now, a BT-less damage dealer doing over 400,000 for skill 2. That's pretty solid. I think that's pretty solid. And yeah, at this point, I don't have my evasion up, so I can summon. I kind of want to try to... Oh, I have his present. Did you get the present weapon gloss? So you go. Yeah. But at this point, it's going to be get Cloud of Darkness in, do Jet BT phase, and then make these guys dead. So here in a minute, I'm just going to stop talking because there's some great music coming in from Endwalker, the Endwalker trailer. Great music. Although Sia does a collab, Fly Me to the Moon cover for Final Fantasy XIV just got released today, so you can check that out on the Final Fantasy XIV YouTube channel. Sia, Fly Me to the Moon. Who knew we needed Sia in Final Fantasy XIV? You probably didn't. I didn't either, but there you go. So hey, like, sub, ring the bell for notifications. Check us out tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, YouTube and Twitch, or later on your favorite podcast app or YouTube or Twitch video on demand. And we'll be talking about this and Transcendence 6 and all these characters. Good luck, friends. We'll see you next time.